What is going on, DC Fitness Squad? Hope you're all doing well, doing amazing today. It's your coach, Danny C, coming at you live. Really excited for today's topic. We're going to be talking about if your last diet plan was too restrictive and you burned out, do this. All right, this is what I want you to do. I think it's definitely going to be important and it's going to give a lot of value because I think with a lot of my clients, also me, myself, I'm going to talk a little bit about my story. Corey, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. I'm going to talk a little bit about my story. I was really restrictive on myself and I was just kind of like gaining and losing the same 10 pounds over and over. So hopefully with this podcast, I'm going to really be able to help you out, especially if you've had a bland, boring, restrictive diet plan that just kind of killed your metabolism and maybe you lost some weight, but you put it back on, right? So we're going to get this going. Really excited for it and let's stay tuned. All right. Appreciate all of you so much. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Men's Fat Loss Made Easy podcast, where I'm here to give you massive value that you can implement on your fat loss journey. Today's topic is if your last diet plan was too restrictive and you burned out, do this. Because one of my biggest struggles during the early stages of my fitness journey was restrictive dieting. I was way too restrictive. I would read that I had to cut carbs, I had to eliminate all foods, and that's what I did. And I hated that lifestyle. I hated being on a bland and boring diet. I would have to say no to nights out with the guys, and if I went out, I would, get a salad, and I was just so restrictive. It sucked. But that's what I thought was going to help me lose weight and get toned up during the time. And I started to see some progress until I was completely burned out. I lost 7 pounds just to put on another 10 pounds after that. I was just so restrictive on myself and it just wasn't sustainable. And I knew that I needed to find like a diet plan or a lifestyle change that was actually sustainable, not something that I can do for 3 weeks, like something I could actually do forever. All right. So here are some main keys that I utilized to help lose 30 plus pounds, which I now teach my clients today. All right. Number one is an 80-20 rule. All right. This means consuming 80% whole foods and 20% processed foods throughout your day and week. And this rule gives you room to actually have your favorite foods in moderation. If you're just starting out, maybe giving yourself more leeway and doing like a 70-30 rule, 70% whole foods, 30% processed foods. But either way, the whole objective is to give you flexibility in terms of your nutrition, because that's very important, having that balance. All right, that's number one. Number two is planning and preparing. All right, since a lot of my clients are very social and they also travel a lot, especially with summer coming up, it's nicer, they want to go to different places. I have to help them plan and prepare, especially for nights out. I'll never restrict them from their favorite meals or from their favorite drinks, but what we'll try to do is plan and prepare to compensate. Now, this is very important. Getting 1,000 to 2,000 more steps in before a night out can help you. Cutting portions and meals only prior to a night out where you're eating a little more can help you. Doing some fasted cardio the morning after a night out can help you. These are all ways to compensate for some heavy eating or drinking. All right, that's the second thing. Then the third thing, the last thing, all right, is just kind of realizing that your diet may not be the problem. It's your inconsistency, right? You probably indulge in something, then, you kind of have this mindset where you're like, I'm cheating. This is a cheat meal. And then you get down on yourself that you're cheating. And then one cheat meal turns to 2, 3, and then you miss the gym and you're like, this isn't for me. Then you lose consistency. Then you self-sabotage. All right. A few days off track is not going to kill your progress, but you giving up completely 100% will kill your progress. All right. So let's get back on track and execute. Using these tips right here will 100% help you live a more balanced lifestyle, tone up, feel good, feel healthy. And that's really what it comes down to. All right. So gentlemen, I hope this helps you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you listening to the podcast and have the best day ever. Talk soon. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think this was definitely helpful. Kind of just to recap, if you've been on a restrictive diet plan before, I want you to get rid of that mindset because a lot of people put like morals on food. They're like, oh, this is good, this is bad. And as soon as you do that, you draw that line between what is good, what is bad, and you're already in a restrictive process. You're already in a restrictive mindset. So your mindset with nutrition is already very poor. Your relationship with food is probably very poor and toxic, right? So use these 3 tips using the 80-20 rule, or even 70-30 rule, meaning 70% whole foods, like staying true to your produce and things that are grown from the ground, from animals, lean meats, stuff like that, 70%, and then 30% of, maybe the sweets or some things that you can have in moderation. A lot of my clients like, alcoholic beverages when they go out, social events, stuff like that. They want to have like a pizza. They're going to have that, and I'm not going to ever restrict them from that. But it's about that, having that line. All right. So draw that line with like 70-30 rule. All right. Then plan and prepare. The second thing we talked about, right? So if you know you're going out, you're going to a wedding, you're going on vacation, just a social event, make sure you plan and prepare. Maybe getting in a couple extra steps in before that night out, or maybe cutting some carbs just prior to that, night out. I don't suggest cutting carbs like in your diet, but if you know you're going to have a lot more carbs like at night from like just drinking and, bread, pasta, whatever you're having, then maybe just cutting it through the day. That's going to help compensate for your results. All right. And then, all right, also the last thing is just realizing that your diet probably isn't the problem. It's your self-sabotaging. All right. Like a lot of individuals will consume something that's maybe not on the decent plan, and then they'll kind of get hard on themselves and they'll self-sabotage and get in this like, oh, I'm not good enough, I can't sustain this. Not every meal has to be perfect. Not only that, not every meal should be perfect. All right. There should not even be like what a perfect meal looks like, a perfect diet is. There is no perfect diet. It all depends on you and your goals. But I hope this made sense. I appreciate everybody tuning in. It really means a lot. So let me just see if I could see some comments here. I'm going to go back and look at all the comments. But if you got value, just give me a thumbs up in the comments. All right, give me a thumbs up in the comments if you got value here. And I hope this was good. I hope this was useful. Can't wait to talk to you soon and talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to leave it open just for a little bit because I want to see some thumbs up. I want to see some thumbs up for some people that got value. And I hope this was good for you. All right. Drop a thumbs up. This is something where you may need to watch on the replay one more time, especially if you've had that restricted diet before that helped you lose some weight, but then also gain some weight. Kevin, what is going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Getting a thumbs up. I'm glad this was helpful. Hope you're doing great, dude. Awesome. Let's go. So a thumbs up in the comments if you're watching on the replay. Make sure you hashtag replay, and everybody tune in tomorrow for our podcast. And hopefully I'm giving you all great value here. All right. So have the best day of your life. Talk soon. Peace, love, protein. We're out of here.